Hello, everyone. It's Janine. Yay! It looks like I'm in here by myself right now. Oh, there's two viewers. Oh, thank you so much for joining me. Yay! So, let me turn this off. Let me turn my music. Oh, wait, let me dance a little bit. Okay, so let me turn my music off. So tonight is just going to be a really quick live stream. Don't really have a lot to say, but I have a little bit to say. But before I get started, I just want to thank all my new subscribers. I have picked up some new subscribers from the time I was in Atlanta through my shorts. And so I thank all my new subscribers for coming in. And I also really want to thank my friend, GA Girl. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if the light is just okay. GA Girl. Can you guys see that? Yes. So if you have time, jump over to her, visit her channel. And she has been really kind to me. I told her about my grandmother's passing, and she has been very kind to me. She has a really good channel. So if you have time when you can, uh, check her out. Go over to her house and check her out. It's GA Girl, GA dot girl, every woman wellness, a motivator. I walk by faith, not by sight. Channel for money, for channel for my body, mind. Okay, let me see. I'm going too fast. I walk by faith, not by sight. Channel for body, mind, and soul. Share my own life health journey content, inspiration with motivation, health, wellness, awareness, blogs, food benefits, and self care tips. So, when you can, check her channel out. And then also, I want to thank, let me see if I can find him. Let me see if I find this other person. Yep. Trying to find the people who've really been in my corner lately, just and really been helpful to me. Oh my goodness. Stock Explorer. Where is she? I'm trying to find Stock Explorer. I know I'm taking up some time. You guys are like, oh, get to it. But I really have to say thanks to these people because they have really been. Here it is. Here she is. Okay. Okay, Nora. I don't know if you guys can see that. Nora the Stock Explorer. She has been putting me on, helping me out, you know. So I want to thank Nora the Stock Explorer. She's another person that's been really helping me out, trying to get me views. And then also this person, he's really been helpful. Oh, I lost him. I'm sorry, guys. Be patient with me. Here we go. Warren RCG. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you guys can see that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Warren RCG. This is another person who's been sharing out my videos. So I really appreciate that. Okay, so um, I just wanted to briefly talk about Atlanta, my trip to Atlanta. Atlanta, oh my God, we were there for 6 days. And when I say it was a really good vacation, I did not want to come home. Atlanta is amazing. And the reason why I say that it's amazing, there's just so much to do there. We didn't even get to see everything. We went to the aquarium. We went to, of course, Dr. Martin Luther King Center. And then we also went to, I'm trying to figure every place that we went. We went to this place called the Illumination Museum, and that was really great. They have like videos. We went to this exhibit called Space. We went at night, and they have videos of the planet. I mean, it's like huge screens. It's like a big warehouse, but it's like screens all over the wall and on the floor. It's an illumination museum, and we went for adult night, which means there were drinks. Okay. So we had some drinks, we had some food, we danced. So if you get to Atlanta, make sure you go to Illumination Museum. That was great. My husband went to the Coca-Cola Museum. And then we went to, I think it's called the Civil and Human Rights Museum. And I'm gonna come back around to that in a few seconds because that museum and the Dr. Martin Luther King exhibit just totally blew my mind. Now, as far as other things in Atlanta, Atlanta has a lot of service in. If you're thinking about maybe checking it out to move there, Atlanta has a lot of service industry jobs. So that's a big deal. And then if you're an entrepreneur, that is a really good place to go because especially a black entrepreneur. We stayed in two separate Airbnbs, one in Midtown. That was a what am I trying to say? That was a luxury high-rise um, apartment. I can't show it to you on air because I didn't ask the owner if I could because he has people that come in and just rent a space to shoot videos, and you have to ask permission beforehand before you show his apartment, his condominium, really condominium, which I'm not really sure what's the difference between a condominium and an apartment. But before you show his condominium on any platform, you have to ask permission, probably have to pay a fee. But we stayed in Midtown was the first place, and that was on the Georgia Tech campus. And then the second place we stayed was across the highway from Midtown, which was a townhome, and both places were owned by the first place was owned by a young black man, and he I mean his place is just laid out. It's just very luxurious. I see why people want to stay there. And then the second place was owned by a husband and wife team. They owned several townhomes, not just one but several, and they were also black. And I know people saying, "Well, why is that a big deal?" It's a big deal because representation matters, and people need to see if you are black or Spanish, you need to see other people living their dreams because a lot of times that is not shown on the news. You don't see black and Latino on the news when they're I mean, I'm not saying you never do, don't, but overall, when you see particularly black people that are doing well, they're usually entertainers or they're athletes. You don't see these business owners, these black business or Latino business owners that are out there really doing well. And these people were doing well. And I think I needed to see that personally. I needed to see that so I can know, okay, I'm struggling with my YouTube channel. Okay. And it's like every week I got to think of how can I push out my videos, and then also um how can I get those views, because my goal is to get monetized. And so it's a struggle for me. I don't know for you guys. It's a struggle for me to keep pushing out videos And when I do videos, I try to do uh the best editing possible. I don't like to just push stuff out that's not good. I will not push something out that I had not worked to get the best possible product. I work hard on my lighting, I work hard on my sound, and I work hard on my editing. And then some people will say, just get stuff out, get stuff out, get stuff out. It's quantity, not quality. But I I'm a person who actually went to film school, okay? So I'm going to try to do the best I can with that audio, because if you don't have good audio and you don't have a good picture, what's the point? So I'm going to try to make sure my audio is on point, that my lighting is on point. I'm going to do my best with that. And sometimes that's hard for me, because I some of the stuff that I don't even try on. I did like a 2-minute short video of me just walking into the elevator in Atlanta. That got, I think, close to 16,000 views. I was just walking into the elevator in Atlanta. I had this dress on, and that got like 16,000 views, and I didn't even try. It was just me walking into the elevator. So sometimes I get discouraged about my work. But anyways, I'm going off subject. Let's go back to Atlanta. So that's why, for me, it was important for me to see other people doing what they set out to do, and being successful at what they're doing. So that's the importance for me, to see other Black people, entrepreneurs, uh having this dream, either of doing Airbnb or Verbal, or this other couple that I met, which I'm going to be working on this editing next week. This other couple that I met, they started off owning a food truck, and now they own a restaurant. It's Black couple, married couple. They own a restaurant in Atlanta. So um, that was important for me to see. So that's why I'm mentioning that these people were Black. That is the reason why, because I needed to see it myself. So let's go. I'm going to go back to the Martin Luther King Center. And when I went to the Martin Luther King Center, that was I had like a lot of different emotions when I went to the Martin Luther King Center. I didn't get to see his house. My husband and I tried to go to see the inside of his home where he was born and raised, but we were unable to get well, we could get a reservation, but it was always real late in the afternoon. So we weren't able to go inside. But I actually went inside the Martin Luther King Center, and it's one thing about reading about somebody in history books, and it's a whole nother thing to actually see uh where if it's a horse-drawn carriage, that when Martin Luther King was killed, assassinated, they put his coffin in his horse-drawn carriage, and a donkey was pulling it. And they also showed the footage of all of that. And then you also see the wreath from his funeral. And so that blew my mind. And then it's just seeing the different videos about his life. And then we went across the street from Martin Luther King Center, and there was a flame, eternal flame, that keeps burning and burning. And we saw that. And then right across from that are the graves are Martin Luther King and his wife. It's a water. Let me see if I can find it. I know I posted it on YouTube, but let me find it real quick. I know I'm taking a long time. Sorry, people. I should have had this pulled up. But you can see the actual graves of Martin Luther King and his wife across the street. I'm gonna show you the video. You can actually see it on my site. Hold on. Probably can't see it. Anyways, you can see the short video. I did a short video on my YouTube page of where Martin Luther King and his wife are buried. And again, that I was feeling so many different things. It's hard to really describe what I was feeling. I I felt anger and I felt pain and hurt at the same time. I wanted to cry because reading about a person in the history books and actually seeing their grave and seeing and hearing the things that happened to them are two different things. I mean, the man pretty much sacrificed his life for Black people just to be able to go to the same restroom as white people, or to sit at the breakfast counter, to sit at the counter with white people, to have be able to get a good education. And this man actually had children. He was a husband and had small children when he was assassinated. So it really took me out of myself. That's what I have to say. It was painful. It was very, very painful for me to see that. And uh, I just wanted, it was so many emotions. I can't even describe all the emotions that I was feeling at that time. And also we went to the national, what's this called? I got a bag from them. This is a bag that I picked up. Okay. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, it was the National Center for Civil and Human Rights Museum. And that's another place that we went to. And I posted some shorts from that on my channel also. And that was very emotional because they actually showed the footage of when Martin Luther King was shot, and the reporter was on air. Walter Cronkite said Martin Luther King has been shot, and you can hear it all on the speakers, and it really affected me emotionally. But anyways, it's something that I'm glad that I saw because it makes me realize the sacrifice that Martin Luther King and people like him made for me to live where I live. I live in a nice suburb of Austin, Texas. If it hadn't been for Martin Luther King, I wouldn't be able to live here. For people like him and Medgar Evers, uh, to name a few, I wouldn't be able to live in this neighborhood. I live in a nice neighborhood. I wouldn't be able to live here if it wasn't for Martin Luther King. So I'm very grateful that I went to see both of those exhibits. And if you get a chance to go to Atlanta, I strongly suggest. And you don't have to be Black to see these exhibits because Martin Luther King touched everybody. His philosophy came from Gandhi. So when we went, we saw a lot of people from India at the Martin Luther King Center. We saw a lot of different races at the Martin Luther King Center and at the National Center for Civil and Human Rights. So, and that was not just about Martin Luther King. It was about the rights of everybody, of all people in this world. It wasn't just about Martin Luther King. It's just about like everybody's rights to just live and breathe. So, and let me show you. Probably don't want to see this. I just have one view, but I'm gonna put it up here anyways. I was hoping I had some women viewers, but this is a skirt, an African skirt wrap skirt that I bought while I was in Atlanta. And this came from a African shop called Bombshell. Bombshell. And I'm going to put that shopbombshell.com. And all of their clothing actually comes from a village. I think she said a village in Kenya. So the women make all the clothes and they get money to support their families from the clothes that they sell in this shop in Atlanta. So I'm going to put this information online. So I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you so much, Sean, for joining me. I only had one person join. I hope some people will watch the replay. I'm going to go ahead and get off air. And I thank you for everybody who has been supporting my channel. Sean, you're going to be getting more subscribers soon. I know you will. And I will also support you, continue to support you. Okay, bye-bye. Love, peace, and hair grease. I'm out.